Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dr. Music Podcast. Once again, thank you to my return subscribers. If you are not a subscriber, please consider hitting that button. It gives me great opportunities to bring legends to you like this. Mr. Glenn Hughes, I have with me today. I'm so honored. Glenn
Thank
found
you.
success in the early 70s with
Yeah,
Trapeze,
yeah.
would eventually join Deep Purple in 73,
Mm.
inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2016 as a member of Deep Purple. He would also go on to be part of Black Sabbath for one album, do a number of band projects like the Dead Daisies and Black Country Communion. But the bulk of Glenn's production, his is solo artist, as a solo artist,
Mm.
releasing more than a dozen records now,
Mm.
is preparing to release yet another one. The new album is called Chosen. It comes out September 5th on the Frontiers music label. Glenn, so honored to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's all good out here.
Fantastic. Before we even get started, I know that the air is a little heavy.
Yeah.
From yesterday, we lost Ozzy. I lost a musical icon and a hero for me. And a huge fan. I know you were a dear friend.
Mm.
What are you going through? What is front of mind for you as far as, your memory of Ozzy and your recollections?
Well, first of all, we all knew he was ill. We all knew the symptoms, the Parkinson's, and all the other things that were keeping him, down. And but as we were all in the family, or I'd say the family, we're all kind of in shock that it happened so suddenly after the show.
Yeah.
It really has affected me because he was a very close friend, and it's really upsetting
Yeah,
to a lot of people.
it is. I go through my Facebook feed and it's sadness. It's great that, we all loved him so much. But man, is it heavy? It's really,
Right.
really heavy. It's a hard one. It's tough. But yeah, let's keep Ozzy in our thoughts, and he'll always be with us for sure.
Hmm.
Definitely. Um, let's talk about Chosen. I have a quote here from when you released the last record, Resonate.
Yeah.
It says, "It's possibly the heaviest record I've ever made.
Right.
I don't want to confuse it with Horns Up Heavy. It's not metal, but
Right.
it's definitely fucking heavy."
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
this album, wow, Glenn. This is Horns Up Heavy, I think. Did you have an intention when you went into this album after Resonate? Uh, to did you want to go even heavier? This is a really
Well,
heavy.
for me, if you know anything about my career, I never make the same album twice. And as you know, I'm a very soulful rock artist
Mhm.
that really enjoys the R&B aspect of music.
Yeah.
It just depends the way I feel about what I'm doing when I start making an album. If I can, what I've got to try to do is I'm so varied in the things I do, in the kind of songs I write. I can write it really across the board. Um, it's a dramatic album. I wouldn't call it super heavy. I think it's dramatic. It's
Mhm.
got a lot of light and shade. It's very it's it's for me it's just another Glenn album. I'm really happy with it.
And so am I. As
Yeah.
a fan, fans are gonna love this. And it is. It's diverse. There's it's peaks and valleys,
Mm.
and it's a sequenced album. It's old school. It goes, starts, it begins, it goes somewhere, and then it ends. It comes
That's
back
right.
around.
Mm.
When you're sequencing an album, that's very important for you still, right?
Incredibly important.
Yeah.
For me, I chose lyrically what songs would be appropriate in the order they come.
Mhm.
And I think for me, it sits well. It plays well,
Yeah.
you know.
It really, really does. Beautiful flow to this record. I have to address your voice.
Mm.
It sounds exactly like it has
Mhm.
for all these years. No loss of range, no loss of strength. How do you do it? Do you have a
Um,
vocal regimen that you practice all the time?
I I really it's a matter of not thinking too much about the next note I'm going to sing or the next phrase I'm going to sing. It's a matter of just being relaxed and in the present moment. If I stop going into the next note or into the next song, if I can just stay really behind everything, right in that groove there, all is well. And maybe years and years ago, I was thinking too much, or, can I do this or can I do that? Now it's more of, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to do it. I just show up at the microphone and do what I do.
Man,
I'm,
and
I'm very I'm very grateful.
you just do it so so well.
Thank you.
It's just, I mean, you see the aging rock star, that has been
Mm,
doing it for as long as you have. uh it may lose a little bit, or you adjust, but
mm,
this it's you're doing exactly the same songs that you
yeah,
would do back then,
yeah,
in the same, range and everything else, and it's
yeah, yeah.
amazing. It really is amazing. uh
Thank you.
you have a song called "The Lost Parade" on
Mm,
this record.
mm,
It really has a Black Sabbath feel,
yeah,
has that very dark, deep, doom and gloom kind of heaviness to it.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
you've always said that you weren't really the right fit for
No,
the Sabbath gig. Was this kind of an intentional nod to Sabbath, or
when
where, if I did a Sabbath record, it should sound like this?
I when I worked with Tony and we write in the same studio, and I guess with that particular rip, uh, it was one of the first songs I wrote last year, and I'm thinking, well, this could be on an album with Tony.
Totally.
So I just, it's a tip of the hat and a smile, because most of my work isn't that heavy, but
Right.
that particular song, I thought, well, this could be the big heavy track on the album. I think it's a great, it's an honor to Tony, basically, because he's one of my best friends, and it's part of my heritage.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I when I heard it, I said, wow, it's so, I love the Sabbath album that you did.
Thank you.
But it wasn't any, the songs aren't, they're Sabbath, but they're not, they're Glenn Hughes Sabbath.
Yeah,
you know, but this is very, very Sabbath. This is the
yeah,
Black Sabbath that we didn't get before. So it was really,
yeah.
really
Thank
great.
you.
I love
Thank you.
that song.
Thank you.
How did the writing for this record work? Are you still, has your songwriting process changed over the years? Do you
I
write by
write.
yourself?
I do. Yeah, I've been writing by myself for a long time. I tried writing in the room with other people, and for my albums, it's best for me to be alone. When I'm with Black Country, Joe comes over to my house and we write in my studio. But for me, solo, it works better for me alone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you write on? Do you have an acoustic? Do you have an electric, a piano?
I've
Uh,
got I've got guitars everywhere in the house, and it's acoustic and electric.
that's
So
usually how you
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. And at the same time, I think this might be one of the heavier records for you. I find
Mm-hmm.
myself drawn to a song called "Come and Go,"
Yeah.
and it's just this soft, beautiful melody.
Mm.
It reminded me of a Beatles meets Tears for
Yes.
Fears, maybe.
Yes.
It's got a little bit of a modern slant to it. Both styles so comfortable for you, that heaviness and this light, beautiful thing. Do you find one easier to do? Is it a little harder to come up with something like "Come and Go," or is it,
Mm.
do they both come uh, fairly simple to you?
I think "Come and Go" was a song again I had early on, and it just wrote itself. When I start playing those two chords, at the start, the song just writes itself.
Yeah.
I wanted to only have one specific slower song on the album, this time. And I had a couple of ideas on other songs, which were great, I thought. But I think Come and Go tells a great story of we are here, and we some of us come and some of us go, some of us stay, some of us leave, and it's basically the cycle of life, you know.
Yeah. And it's just that melody. It just wow.
Thank you.
It just
Thank you.
it went right through me. Really spoke to me.
Thank you, Scott.
And in a different way that, something like The Lost Parade would speak to me.
Yeah.
Obviously very different songs, but that's the beauty of Glenn Hughes album, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah, we get a piece of your soul, and that's really, really so sweet. It's just great. John Lodge, Martin Birch, Kevin Shirley, Jeff Glicksman, Andy Johns, so many producers you've worked with.
Right.
And these are all just brilliant, brilliant guys. You seem to make a change on each record, though. You change producers. Is that a way to keep things fresh for you? Is that on purpose?
Well, for me, in the solo work, it's always Glenn. I was thinking about having a producer on the last album, and I've got this distinct way I want to make my albums. And as a songwriting producer, I know pretty much the way I want it to go. I think if the album was produced by someone else, it probably wouldn't have sounded like that. Because remember, it's a rock album, but I play a lot of minor nines and major sevens. They aren't rock chords, right, but I play them heavier. And my friends Robert and Dane DeLeo at STP, they're the same as STP. They write those chords in a heavier arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of rock producers don't like those chords.
Yeah.
But I've been using those chords since Trapeze, and I certainly love them.
Yeah. Well, it's a signature thing.
It is.
For sure. Yeah. You played with so many great guitar players. I look at this list and it's Tony Iommi, Joe Bonamassa, Garrett Moore, Richie Blackmore, Steve Vai, Joe Satriani. There's a new single out, very new, SATCHVAI.
Yeah.
I want to play my guitar.
Yeah.
Tell me about that, and getting together with those guys and what it's like, the differences between those guitar players that are just iconic like that.
The three of us have been friends for 4 decades. I've known these guys from the early 80s, and we have a long wealth of friendship, and we've always talked about doing something like this. But as you know, this is the first time Joe and Steve have actually collaborated on an album, and now they're touring, Yeah. So they came to me late last year to write this particular song, and we found a time to do it in February. I went over to Steve's house and we got this great song together, and it worked out great. I love Joe and Steve very much. They're 2 of my closest friends.
That's so great. Yeah, and you're used to writing alone, writing with those guys. How different is that? It's got to be very, very different, because I know Vai is extremely creative. Sometimes it's a little bit inaccessible. You can't. He's just so far out there.
He is.
And then Satriani, just so melodic. All 3 different. That collaboration had to be really something.
So I'm sitting in between them. I've got a guitar each side of me, a guitar player. I'm sitting in the middle, and I'm going, okay. So it was very free and very. It was such a great, free, kind, giving song to write. It was very, very joyful. I've got 2 very happy, smiling chaps either side of me in a great. I love Steve's studio. It's a great environment, and again, this song was meant to happen.
Yeah, it's just so great. Yeah, and we'll have some links there to people check it out for sure. You've also got a single with Robbie Williams,
Mm,
and Tony plays on that. Tony
yes.
Iommi, of course.
Mm,
It's called Rocket.
mm,
Super high energy.
mm.
That's the first time 20 years you're on a record with Tony.
Yeah.
Had to feel pretty good, and that's something a little bit different as well.
Yeah, I mean, Robbie was a fan of my work in the early 90s. I had a song in Europe, a number one song with a band called KLF
Hmm.
called What Time Is Love, and it went to number one in 18 countries. And Robbie was a big fan of that particular song and that thing I did with my voice on that song.
Uh,
And he was really interested in me doing something with him. So I said, sure, why not?
That's pretty great. Super high energy song. Definitely. Um, Hughes Thrall, one of my favorite records
One
of
of
all
my
time.
favorites. One of my
It
favorites.
is. That's so great to hear. Because it's kind of a thing I need closure on as a fan.
Yeah.
I know there was the second record, we talked about it in
Yeah.
2007. It never happened.
Mm.
Is there a second? I know you've pulled out some things on other records, but is there a an album somewhere in a vault somewhere?
I'll give you a bit of exclusive, Scott. So Pat and I have been talking about, Pat and I recorded, oh, 26, 27 years ago, some more songs, you know,
Right.
in New York, and they're very New York cosmopolitan sounding, but very different in the aspect of, is this rock? Is it soul? Is it jazz? We didn't know
Yeah.
what it was. So I've been sitting on the fence going, can we release this? And I'm coming to the conclusion now. I think we can release some of it because it's real remarkable. And if you're a HughesThrall fan of the varied style that Pat and I were creating, you may enjoy it.
It's thank you for that music. It is really one of my favorite records.
Thank you. Me too.
I love what you guys did. Is there talk of Black Country Communion now? I know that's a huge, wonderful thing
Yes.
for you. So we had the fifth record. Are we going to get a VI?
Well, we just did 10 shows in Europe and we recorded them. And it looks like there's going to be a live album coming
All right,
next year, early next year. And again, I haven't spoke about this, but yes, we are planning on doing album number 6 next year too.
man, that is so
And shows behind it.
wow, wow.
Yeah,
That's got to feel great for you. I know you love that project and you
I
love
do.
working within there. So yeah, it's great that it continues on. And I saw you with Daisies, and back to the voice. Live is no
Mm.
different.
No,
It's
it's
there's no studio
remarkable.
magic. It just
No.
it happens for you live as well. So
Yeah.
a live.
Again, I say that with reverence because I'm very, very grateful that in my age group of singers, my friends, you know who they are.
Mhm.
There aren't many of us left singing with that range and quality emotional. And when I'm behind the microphone, I firmly believe that's where I'm supposed to be. And I'm again grateful to still have this gift from God. It's not it really isn't my voice. It's coming from somewhere else.
And we get that as fans of your work. It feels ethereal.
Mm,
It's
thank you.
it's otherworldly. It really is. It's great. Um, you've done so much. There's so many things. You've been to so many places. You've had so many life experiences, and
A lot.
yeah. Anything on the bucket list, something you've always wanted to do that you've never had a chance.
I started doing orchestra shows early this year. I did 2 or 3 orchestra shows, and I did an orchestra run in Germany in April, which was fantastic. So for me, I would think the bucket list would be to do more shows, playing my songs with an orchestra. And for me, orchestra seems to work well with my voice.
Oh man, it's just that would be something.
Yeah.
Love to see that for sure. Is there a moment in your career that really sticks out to you that means a little bit more, sits a little closer to your heart?
100% trapeze.
Really?
100%.
Ah,
100% as a teenager coming to America with the Moody Blues and playing in 1970. Can you believe it?
it's so cool.
We did 18 sold out shows. Moody's were headliner, of course. That to me was the opening of the gateway to my home, America. And trapeze is my heart and soul. It's exactly who I am.
Ah, that is so great to hear.
Mm.
Glenn, this is absolute honor. Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
Your
man.
time.
You're a very kind man, and I really do appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you. You've just changed my life and the landscape of the
Thank you so much.
canvas of the music that has shaped me. So I appreciate you. I am honored to talk with you. I
Pleasure.
hope to see you on the road sometime soon here in
Where are you? Where are you, Scott? Where are
right
you?
around Chicagoland.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So you always come by here, right?
I think I'll be playing the Arcada Theatre next
Ah,
April, maybe. I haven't announced it yet, but I think I'll be there.
that's fantastic. Yeah,
You
we love
should
the Arcada.
you should come and see me and say hello.
That would be great. I will. I will definitely do that. Glenn, an absolute pleasure.
Oh, you're a very kind man. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Everybody, we'll check out the album. I'll have links and yeah, let's support Glenn and this chosen record. It's so great.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Take care.
Have a good. Thank you, my friend. Have a good day.
You too. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.